Welcome back to another rarity edition of Berrien Birders.
What is that? Is that a kite? Is someone flying a kite in the sky? What is that?
I mean, it's almost like swallow-tailed kites have been appearing everywhere around southwest Michigan at one or maybe two locations in Indiana, at one location in Michigan to the west of us, or east of us rather, another location that's now to the north of us, and there were east winds predicted about a week ago.
Yeah, so credit to Dave Pavlik for the idea, but yeah, I got up on the Hawk Dune, a dune up at Warren Dunes. That usually is pretty productive for raptors in migration, and just decided to hang out up there. Like Matt said, we had east southeast winds, I think, and just kind of wanted to wait and see what happened. So once we got up there, we started noticing the main food source for these guys, dragonflies. So there
Yeah,
was a
there
ton
were
of dragonflies in the
a
air.
bunch of different ones. There was green darner, there was wandering glider, there were a few black saddlebags, there were probably some other ones that I didn't pick up because we were scanning around trying to look for a really angular bird.
Yeah, yeah, and that was kind of the plan. So once the kind of the sun came out, started warming up, and the thermals started picking up, the vultures we noticed started to come up and start to get up in the air, and that was kind of when we decided to scan, just for things that weren't vultures, right? So we had a couple red-tailed hawks. I think we had a bald eagle. Just kind of scanning every once in a while to see if anything new showed up.
Yeah, I just kind of looked through the whole sky, but every time you passed through that area where that thermal was, you double check it, and you spotted a bird that said, "I've got a bird that's like lean," and I don't remember exactly what you said, but we put scopes on. It's like that's a swallow-tailed
Yeah,
kite, and you
yeah,
watched
it
it there
was.
just
It
dive for a
looked smaller.
dragonfly.
It looked angular. Yep, and it was just kind of gliding around like you can see it right now. There's not a ton of birds that are this kind of where they just kind of follow the breeze like these guys do. So once we figured it out, they got scopes on it, saw the tail, and figured out what it was, got the positive ID, and then as you can see through the video, kept coming closer, and
Yeah, when it
eventually,
started, it was three-quarters of a mile away, and we could not for the life of ourselves get photos. And here as it's eating one of that dragonfly that it caught. But yeah, it popped up, kind of got down low over the ridge where we could finally start getting photographs of it, and breathe the sigh of relief that we wouldn't have to try to sketch a bird and figure out what we'd actually seen and what we were filling in the blanks from your memory of what a swallow-tailed kite looks like.
yeah, and it was interesting. We were looking at, there's not a ton of sightings for Berrien County, Southwest Michigan. This is a bird whose range is, they show up in Florida and in South America, but this time of year, it seems that they just kind of start wandering. And we looked at the last reported swallowtail kite was, I think, last year. Didn't we say in 2 days from the day that we saw this one?
Yeah, I
So
may not have been exactly last year, but close. But yeah, plus or minus 2 days. So it kind of says, east winds that could concentrate a bird that tends to do a post-breeding dispersal on a sunny day with dragonflies out. This bird might be around more than we think it is. This is just a
yeah,
comparison of the bird. This is Josh's photo of our bird in Warren Dunes. This is Don Estep's photo of one of the Indiana birds. I was trying to decide if this notch in the tail is the same. I was trying to decide if kind of the patterning of the wings is similar, kind of along this leading edge. I think it probably isn't, is the conclusion we came to. And this is just kind of a mark that they have, and it's happenstance that they have the same tail. But a few years ago, we had a frigate bird that had been photographed in Kansas based on some notching in one of the primaries. So it's kind of worth thinking: are these kind of same birds? But these are probably different individuals. This just kind of goes to show if you get out there, if you look for birds, you just might find them,
even in the summertime.
even in the summertime. For more content, like, comment, subscribe.
See you next time.